So my name's Claire Hedine, and I'm actually English, but I live in the Bay Area, and I'm an artist. And I met Thomas, who's standing right here with me, very kindly. And I'm going to ask him a couple of questions because I'm really upset to see the quality of life, and I'm just going to show anyone that's watching this. This is the quality of life for some people in our very rich neighborhood of the Bay Area. And this is Thomas and some of his stuff, and we're right by some industrial area in sort of around the 4th Street area of Berkeley. So Thomas, coming back to you, if you don't mind, would you tell us briefly how long you've been living here, and then how you got to be living on the street rather than in a home like from before?
Well, I've been around in this area right here for about 2.5 years,
Okay.
just on just a few blocks here. I have to move every now and then. You know, I've been living in this actual spot right here for probably 8 months, right here, because the city of Berkeley is trying to figure out what to do with us. There's supposed to be some type of shelter for us. Most of us don't want to go into shelters because you only have like a suitcase and a backpack. And we all would like to have more than a suitcase and a backpack. I don't think anybody likes that. Some people like it because they travel. But you know, most of us here, we don't want to travel, we want a place to stay. Myself, I have a lot of stuff, probably more than any homeless person. I don't know exactly why I have a lot of stuff. But I recycle a lot, so a lot of things I have are metal. There's no recycling. I get a lot of things stolen from me. So the scrap metal, there's less people that will steal scrap metal than anything else. So I started to get to scrapping metal. So that's kind of like my savings. I have this big truck back here. The big thing about being homeless is I can't knock off this. I can knock off it, but it's not safe.
Because you don't have an address, and you have to have an address in order to register it as not operable.
Right, and I have to have a place sitting off the road and off public property. So I'm homeless, and this truck here will probably get towed tomorrow if I don't move it onto the street somewhere and then try to hide it. I really like this truck. It's not a bad truck at all, but I am doing a little bit of work on it. I can't work on it on the street, and I don't always use it, so I need a place to park it.
And what happened to you last night?
Well, actually this morning.
Oh, it was this morning?
This morning. I had a couple people pulled up in the pickup truck and grabbed some of my items and stuck them in the back of their truck. And I came up and I grabbed one of these items back, and he jumped out of his truck and hit me and broke my nose. You know, that's robbery. You know, we didn't know it. It happens a little more often to homeless people than it does to anybody else. You know, we most of us don't report things. You know,
Can you report it without an address?
Yeah, I can report it, but you know, it's kind of a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, living homeless. There's different rules that you have to live by. And if you don't live by these rules, it can be a big hassle. You know, we don't want hassles. We just want, you know, we just want someplace to live.
And Thomas, what's the name of the lawyer that's been doing some kind of advocacy work for you guys?
The attorney, Ocean Newman, has been a great help.
Ocean Newman.
Yes, he's been a great help on trying to help all these people out in many different ways. And trying to make sure that we have our rights. You know.
And how long have you actually been on the streets?
Off and on for the last 20 years.
Goodness me.
I was inside for 4 months one time, 4 months another time, and 18 months another time.
And what happened? Like, did you have stable housing and then it got unstable?
I had stable housing, and sort of stable housing. The people in the house had stable housing, and I was staying with them. I actually rented somebody's closet for 15 months, and I stayed in the closet. That was my room.
Right.
And to me, that was great. I had a little bit of space in the backyard to put some things. And that closet was my space, and I was kind of all right with that. So a little bit getting used to it. It's not very much room, but it was mine.
And is this an issue of not being able to find work, or just because? What is for you? What makes this the lifestyle that you're kind of having to choose right now?
Myself, I'm on SSI, and so I get approximately $1,000 a month. And here in Berkeley, to find a place for $1,000 a month is pretty slim. It's pretty doubtful a person can do that. If they can, it's probably a really small place, and you probably can't have much there. I'm used to having a few items, hobbies and such, power tools, working on things. Going into a cheap apartment, which is cheap around here, is $800 to $1,000 a month, and actually more. With some kind of assistance, I could probably get into some place for $400 to $600, something like that. It's like I said, really small place. The cardboard type walls, as they say. You hear your neighbors talking, things like that. Myself, I'd rather be homeless than have to stay in a small space like that.
Right. And what's your skill, your trade, like when you're working?
I've got kind of several trades. Auto detailing. I was a professional auto detailer. I'm a bit older now, 57. So doing that it's a little bit rougher. It's a high-paced, very high-paced job. I did trim carpentry for a while, and I was a supervisor in a woodworking shop. My mom had a used car lot, so that was all right. There's things that I can't do, but I'm on SSI. I do have some mental issues, so sticking with the job is very difficult.
Okay. Would you say that's quite common for the people that you know from this particular
that is
stretch?
very common, very common.
That is.
A lot of the people out here do have mental problems.
Right.
If they don't have full-blown mental problems when they first get out here, usually most of them eventually do. It could be just social problems or from drugs. Having to deal with one's lack of having a place is really difficult. Trying to always get by and having to survive the way that most people do out here can cause a lot of mental issues right there. So I guess it doesn't matter really who the person is out here. If you get homeless, for a while, you start getting kind of used to it. You'll probably get used to it. I don't think anybody does, but it does end up causing some issues when the person lives.
If you could say something to someone that could make a difference, what would your request be? What would your advice be about how they should be doing something that perhaps they're not?
Well, if it was to make a difference, to make sure that they don't become homeless.
I mean the people who work in the councils and the government in the local
homeless
area. Is there something that's obvious that they're just not doing well enough?
We don't have any place to stay. We always run off from one place to another.
Right.
We'd like to try to live normal, most all of us. Just stay in one place, live there. That's where we live.
Yeah.
We get to have what property we want. We have people come over and visit us if we want to. A lot of places, you have to have, you're limited on the visitors that you can have. Most people don't like that.
Right.
If you want to have somebody over, you want to have them over. So,
And is there anything you'd like to say at all that I haven't thought about asking you to share?
I think, to me, it seems like the main one is don't be afraid of the homeless guy down the street. Say hello. 'Cause a lot of them, it's too good to talk to.
Right.
We're somewhat of misfits. We don't fit in quite right, but we most of us still would like to. So we do like to say hello to people, have somebody to talk to, and socialize, and just sometimes be just like a regular person.
Well, thank you. I'm going to stop recording now.
All right.
Thank you, Thomas.